as well as some of that Saharan dust that's moving in. More so tomorrow, we'll see it again. So here's what we're watching for tomorrow. Spotty storms around, rain chance at about 30 to 40%. So, as Ben mentioned, may want to keep the umbrella nearby. We'll talk more about the midweek and the end of the week, and of course, we're in the hurricane season. We'll talk about the tropics as well in your weather reporting forecast.
Thank you, Bruce. The White House is working to reassure Americans that FEMA is taking hurricane season seriously. Multiple sources say the agency's leader, David Richardson, told staff Monday he was previously unaware the U.S. has a hurricane season. While some interpreted the remark as a joke, others took it as a sign of caution.
I know FEMA is taking this seriously, contrary to some of the reporting we have seen.
We asked Governor Landry today what FEMA will look like during hurricane season, given that President Trump suggested it be abolished.
I do not believe that the president or the White House has any intention of revamping FEMA while hurricane season is in play. However, I do believe that should a state be impacted, or say a state like Louisiana be impacted by a major hurricane, then the ability to have some flexibility in the way that FEMA handles that response.
When asked about cuts at the National Weather Service, Landry said Louisiana has its own climatologist. The governor did urge everyone to prepare now for any potential storms.
His main tip, have an evacuation plan for you and your family. The governor says the state's ready, using lessons from Katrina and Rita 20 years ago. Emergency officials are working with updated technology that helps with response planning. You can sign up for state alerts at getagameplan.org or download the app. If you couldn't catch last night's Weathering the Storm special, we have other opportunities this week, starting tomorrow night after Fox 8 News at 10. We'll show you ways to save money while making sure that your home's ready, improvements in technology, and much more. A Louisiana Department of Insurance employee faces felony charges for what investigators say he did on his computer.
As Chris Nakamoto reports, the man allegedly used his email to send threatening messages and cyberstalk a woman.
For nearly 30 years, Tony Guillory worked for the state of Louisiana, spending a good portion of that time here at the Department of Insurance. Days ago, that illustrious career collapsed when an anonymous complaint accused Guillory of cyberstalking. The WAFBI team obtained the email that was sent to the alleged victim, allegedly coming from Guillory's state email. You can see the statewide email at the top. It reads, "Time is running out. After 5 p.m. tomorrow, you will be caught in the crossfire. I did not want this, but you left me no choice. It will happen. Trust me. Do you want to go down like this? Because once I start, I'll burn everything down. You and your sister, plus more." That same email is referenced in Guillory's arrest warrant signed by a judge back in April. More than a month and a half passed before he was taken into custody on May 20th. The WFBI team reached out to the Department of Insurance for an on-camera interview. A spokesperson declined to go on camera, but did tell us that when they received an anonymous complaint, they took it very seriously and confronted their employee. The Department of Insurance says Guillory chose to retire from his 27-year career with the state of Louisiana after that confrontation. The warrant for Guillory's arrest also accuses him of texting the victim 23 times consecutively on the same day, despite her telling him to leave her alone. The victim in this case asked not to be identified, but told the I-Team she wanted to issue a statement to help others going through the same thing as her. If you were stalked, it is not your fault. People who use trolling, harassing, or threatening actions are responsible for their own behavior. Keep journals and that, so it will be in the system. Spark is a good resource to help victims.
That was Chris Nakamoto reporting. Spark is the Stalking Prevention Awareness Resource Center. Guillory posted a $40,000 bond. The state says he was earning close to $135,000 a year in his job as the IT director, and he retired following his arrest. A former Southwest Louisiana mayor featured in a Fox 8 investigation is now public record. Eddie Alfred Jr. served as mayor of Fenton from 2009 until last year. Alfred deleted electronic files, took documents in his village operations, and refused to provide information to the new administration. He was part of a Lee Zurich investigation into the community Court, which brought in more than $1
Hey
million
y'all,
a year
what y'all
for traffic
doing?
fines. It's not clear whether the documents Alfred allegedly took or deleted were related to criticism of his time in office. A bill making progress at the state capitol would change the ethics code, which critics say would make it harder to investigate elected officials and shady dealings.
The proposal would raise the bar for what triggers an ethical violation investigation. Supporters say right now the ethics board has too much power. Critics believe this would just make it more difficult to investigate potential wrongdoings. The bill now heads to the House for final approval. It does have support from Governor Landry. A measure calling for a state constitutional convention moves its way through the state house. The House bill calls for the convention to start December 12th of this year. If passed, lawmakers need a new constitution by October 2nd of next year, and then voters will decide whether to approve it in that year's December elections. If approved, the Constitution would take effect December 31st of 2026. Governor Landry pushed to rewrite the Constitution last year, calling it bloated. Witnesses in Gulfport described the moment they watched a boat overturn in the water.
Immediately, right then, I just went to holler, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
What we know about who was on board before the deadly accident.
Also coming up, River Parish residents speak out about the toxic waste allegedly leaking from a nearby plant, while one woman says it gave her cancer.
And get ready to sweat it out as triple-digit heat moves in late week in the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up in your Weather Authority forecast.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
How's it going, America? I'm John Crow. It's Tuesday, June 3rd, and tonight's enhanced Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $202 million. Now, to win that jackpot, you must match these fine white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight
My hair
is
is real
36,
thick on top.
followed by 24. Up next, we have 16. Your next number is 29, and your final white ball number on this Tuesday evening is 45. Now for the Mega Ball number, that is 13. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 36, 24, 16, 29, 45, and the gold Mega Ball is 13. Now, no matches all six numbers. Friday's jackpot could be $223 million. Play on, America.
I'm tired.
Inflation is driving up costs. Will your retirement savings keep up? At Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors, we help protect your wealth so it lasts through your retirement. If you have $300,000 or more saved for retirement and no plan, call or go to a website. Let's plan your future together.
Imagine a living room with the power to change everything. A modular 2, have rooms to go. Now with even more possibilities. Like this sleek, super soft leather. It's one collection that gives you the power to relax, the power to recharge, the power to create the perfect sectional for any space. Just choose your pieces and transform your room easily and affordably. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible with the Modular 2 at Rooms to Go.
Come into my house.
A birthday marks more than the passing of years. It honors all you've become and all you will grow into. It recognizes the day something new came into the world and celebrates the lives you've touched ever since. Here's to 70 years of all that's been made possible and all that's yet to come. Children's Hospital New Orleans is now Manning Family Children's.
Gramercy woman says toxic waste allegedly leaking onto public land from a refinery gave her cancer. We told you last night about the Louisiana Illuminators report uncovering a breach in the Altaco plant's levees, putting dangerous metals in River Parish communities. 72-year-old Gail LaBeouf lived near the facility for decades and now claims to be a victim of the so-called Cancer Alley. Government records detail pollution by air, land, and sea. Investigators believe areas near the plant have become covered in a chemical produced there that creates a rust-colored dust. That same chemical was found in public drainage ditches and drains in the Mississippi River. The Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality confirmed the problems are under investigation. The townco acknowledged the situation but refused internet interview requests. A man in Gulfport dies after a boat carrying 4 people overturned.
The Harrison County coroner identifies the victim as 64-year-old Dan Reynolds III. The Coast Guard recovered an unconscious person out of the water while 3 others were clinging to the boat. Officials say the boat sped up, then hit a wave and rolled over.
When I seen where everybody was hollering, trying to, get in touch with 911, get them on the phone, or the rescue team to get here to help them, that's when I went running over here and I seen a couple of jet skis that was out here riding. I tried to, get them to come over.
I had to stop physically restrain my other cousin from jumping in because they were so far away.
The conditions of the 3 survivors is unclear. Time's running out for the Saints contract to remain in New Orleans, but Saints owner Gail Benson says a new deal is close. That deal will also be key to the city landing future Super Bowls. A new LSU study revealed the big game's economic impact this year was $1.25 billion. Benson says a nearly complete deal sits on the governor's desk.
U.S. immigration authorities detained the family of the man accused of throwing Molotov cocktails at demonstrators in Colorado. The White House says Mohammed Suleiman's wife and 5 children could be deported tonight. Authorities say he's an Egyptian national who is living in the U.S. illegally. Suleiman allegedly tried to set multiple people on fire Sunday while yelling "Free Palestine." In arrest documents, police say he didn't carry out his full plan because he got scared. Suleiman faces federal hate crime and state attempted murder charges.
Elon Musk blasted President Trump's so-called big beautiful bill of tax breaks and spending cuts as a, quote, disgusting abomination. The tech billionaire's comments mark a sharp division between him and the Trump-led Republican Party. Musk targeted the president's top congressional priority just days after Trump gave him a celebratory Oval Office send-off. He recently left his role leading the Department of Government Efficiency. Musk's business interests stand to lose from Trump's bill, which would slash funding for electric vehicles and related technologies. Arkansas authorities release a photo rendering of a convicted murderer and former police chief known as the Devil in the Ozarks, who escaped from prison. The Arkansas Department of Corrections says the picture shows what 56-year-old Grant Harden might look like after a week on the run. He was serving sentences for rape and murder.
Well, the heat returns this week.
But so do the chances for some storms. Let's find out where we stand from Bruce.
All right. Right now, any storms pretty much ending. Earlier, between, say, 7 and about 9 o'clock, we saw some of these showers kind of moving on by. But notice as your timestamp goes on to the current period, really the rain is pretty much ending. When I call it rain, just a few spotty showers. Now, in the upper levels, northeastern Gulf, we're watching a low that may try and make its way eastward and develop something of tropical in nature off the Carolinas. But right now, the concern is pretty low. Then big storms developing out west. And as we take a look from Dallas northward, these storms pretty much going to stay well north of us. Not going to bother us, but what we're seeing is kind of wrapping around with this low. Some of these showers trying to make their way in from the east. And tomorrow with a southeast wind, daytime heating, our sea breeze kicking up, we are expecting tomorrow about a 40% chance of rain. So if you need to get stuff done, get it done in the morning before lunchtime, because during the afternoon, showers will be popping up. May start out with a few showers in the morning coming in on the Gulf Coast, but as you'll notice, this is around 7 a.m. But during the day, we get the daytime heating, and some of those showers and storms do develop, and some of those could have a little lightning with it, but I think it's going to be fewer than more. So it looks like we're not going to see any washout. Most of us will stay dry, but 30-40% coverage is pretty much where we're going to stand for the next several days, actually. As we move in time, here's tomorrow afternoon into Thursday as well, looking identical. We looked at Wednesday. This is Thursday, 3 o'clock, spotty storms around the area, and then with the loss of daytime heating, no rain, and then here comes Friday, more spotty storms in the afternoon, coverage around 30-40%. Well, temperature trend over the last several days, really we've been at or near the average of 89 degrees. What are we going to see over the next few days? Above average. Where 89 is where we should be. It looks like tomorrow coming in for Wednesday and Thursday at about 88 to 90, and then by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're talking 92 to 94. Not record heat, but it's going to be hot. 88 to 86. More showers move in by then. So over the weekend, we will begin to see those temperatures soar. On top of that, high dew points lots of humidity. We're looking at tomorrow about 96, and then triple-digit heat from Thursday all the way into Saturday and Sunday, where we could hit 103 to 105. So we start getting into that extreme caution category where you need to make that, plan to stay indoors. If you have any breathing issues, on top of that, if you're going to be outdoors working, you need to take that water break, light-colored clothing, all the things to help keep you a bit cooler. In the tropics, we are watching one area here coming off of the Carolina coast. A low chance, 10% over the next couple of days. Another feature, that's on the other side in the Pacific. High chance, and as far as the Atlantic, right now, nothing really happening at all. As we do see the feature a little bit closer to home, making its way to the southeastern states. But overall, it looks like it may not do a whole lot. If it does do anything, it may bring some rain to the Carolinas. Now, during the day today, you may have seen kind of that milky, hazy look to the sky. When you maybe looked up there, you didn't see that deep blue. We have Canadian smoke, but even more so, we've got Saharan dust moving in. And we've got more on the way. Take a look at this big plume coming in. This is Wednesday night coming in from South Florida into the Keys, making its way, kind of dissipating just a little bit, but over the end of the week and weekend, more does develop and move on in. So Dave McNamara, I think at 9 o'clock then, Meg said, I said, Rob Masson, I don't know if he's a good photographer, but Dave is phenomenal. He woke up this morning, check this out. This is the Algiers Ferry. Look at the milky haze around the sun. So definitely more in place for that tomorrow. Right now, we're in the upper 70s, right around 80 degrees, and the next 7 days on the forecast, we are expecting temperature-wise to be pretty much in the upper 80s. Then we get to the low 90s, even up to 94 degrees by Sunday. So get ready to sweat it out, as I say. Heat and humidity are coming back, and hopefully you get a cooling shower here and there.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
The heat is on.
The heat is on, and here to stay for a while.
Yes, so, right. Thanks, Liz. Okay. When their playoff hopes were on the line, LSU turned to a true freshman on the mound to get them to the Super Regional.
Juan Kincaid tells us about the Tigers' strong-armed approach to beating Little Rock next in sports.
Bring your truck to Southern Tire today for a free leveling kit with purchase a wheel, tire, and install package. Southern Tire has the suspension lift to get your truck to the next level. Flames not included.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Many people experienced remission at 1 and even 2 years. Some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Tremfya is now approved for Crohn's disease. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder.
You only need a little
Get
by
fast,
yourself.
powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
You know those pictures of perfect closets that would make your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm free to bare my skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
LSU won its 46th game Monday night, and they have a freshman pitcher to thank for it. With the Tigers already giving up 5 runs in the first 2 innings against Little Rock, head coach Jay Johnson had to make a change on the bump, and calling on Kason Evans turned out to be a game-saving move for his Tigers. All he did was pitch the next 6 innings, striking out 12 while giving up just a single run. Evans was able to steady the ship for LSU and give his hitting teammates a chance to get themselves back on track, which they did in their 10-6 win. Afterwards, Johnson could not say enough good things about Evans' performance.
Absolute warrior. So I told him last Wednesday he was going to pitch on Friday. And the main reason we were going to use him on Friday was because I felt like he would be able to bounce back for the exact scenario tonight. And I just kind of looked at him when things weren't going well last night. In the 9th inning, we were down 10-4. He's like, I got it. And then that was it. He went down there mid-game, basically when we got it back to 5-4, and he doesn't take very long to get ready. I mean, the dude's like a ridiculous athlete, ridiculous physical condition, and the competitors like nothing else. Even when they rolled the ball up the middle for the base hit, and it's 7-6, it was like my heartbeat didn't change because of the man on the mound, and he was ready for it.
In Super Regional this weekend, starting Saturday. Meanwhile, from the Saints today, as of today, Derek Carr officially retired from the NFL. Saints processed the paperwork and placed him on their reserve retired list. Last month, Carr chose this route due to a shoulder injury. It's a move that really helps the Saints salary cap. Carr gives back $30 million of his salary. He did get to keep his $10 million roster bonus. And Carr is one of 2 Saints players to retire this offseason. Offensive tackle Ryan Ramczyk is the other. The Saints have yet to place him on that reserve retired list. The Saints will have OTA workout scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday, and for various reasons, there are a number of key players that have not been taking part in the voluntary workouts. Taysom Hill, for example, is still trying to make his way back from a late ACL injury this season, and that got our podcasters Sean and Andre thinking. With or without Taysom, do the Saints have any top 10 players at any position?
I put him on here because he's truly one of one. So if we're doing top 10, and even if he's only one, it's one-on-one. I think he's in a category by himself. I think because of how much he has been, that versatility has been leaned on, and I think we saw it more last year than ever before, and that was before the guy that basically invented the position, invented the role for Taysom. I think was even expanded even more under Clint Kubiak. If he's back, every creative offensive mind, particularly a young offensive mind like Kellen Moore, is going to gravitate to that skill set.
There's nobody who can do what he does, and we see him multiple times every year just completely take over games in a way that players at, whether you want to call him a fullback, whether you want to call him a tight end, players at that position, they just don't take over games like that. Look at what he did against Cleveland last year. The versatility is something that I don't know if I've ever seen in my lifetime. I mean, I remember being in Carolina a few years ago, and Alvin Kamara was suspended. Jamal Williams gets hurt. They're just like, well, throw Taysom at running back. Yeah. We've seen Taysom play quarterback. We've seen him play tight end, wide receiver, fullback. Just when all of those injuries were happening last year, it was like, well, where do we need help the most? Just throw Taysom there.
And that's just a bit of our latest Overtime podcast, 638. Sean and Andre also do a roster breakdown, catching us up on the OTAs and looking ahead to the mini camp, which is mandatory for the players. You can catch all of our podcasts on our website, foxalive.com, and replaying on the Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network. Can't wait to get to the mini camp because that's when you'll start seeing all the players out there and you'll really get a sense of what this team has and what they need going forward. Free agency around the corner.
You just want the hitting.
I do want to see some hitting, but you won't see much in mini camp though. Skip ahead to the summertime when it's really hot training camp.
Gotcha. All right, thanks, Juan. A 100-mile journey for a lost pet.
How one dog trekked over land and through water to try to find a home.
Welcome to Treasure Chest Casino, where you feel like a regular the first time you walk in. It's a place that feels lucky, and now it's doubled in size. We added more games, and we call you by name. And at our 4 delicious restaurants, we're serving up your favorites from your favorite servers. Welcome to where you want to be. This is Treasure Chest Casino.
I'm Lawyer Don Benoit, and if you're in an accident with a truck like this, it's time to call on a vehicle like this. Contact us at lawyerdon.com. Call me right now.
and I will personally handle your case. Don't take any bull from the insurance company. Call Lawyer Don.
This is today's Investor Q&A with Morgan Stanley Managing Director Jim Spiro.
One of the questions I receive routinely is, how can I invest in the stock market but avoid all the risks and volatility? And as a practical matter, you can't. Yes, I know there are many products that are being offered that suggest you can, but they're generally gimmicks. They're generally illiquid, high cost, and they involve significant trade-offs. But that's not the goal anyway. The goal isn't to remove all the risk, because you can't do it anyway. The goal is to get an understanding of the risk, the true understanding, so that you can quantify it, and so that reason, not fear, will rule your thought process. Here's a statistic that I think will help you do it. Look back over the last 100 years. 3 out of 4 years, 75% of the time, the market has been up. Over any rolling 5-year period, it's over 80%. Any rolling 10-year period, over 90%. And there hasn't been one 20-year rolling period where the stock market hasn't been up. Those are the real reasons to be in the stock market for the long term.
Don't let congestion take over.
That's coming off.
Afrinotrin. Wow. Ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief.
Wow.
The wow is real.
Here I am, field trip chaperone. Before preventing migraine with Qulipta, it was hard keeping plans. And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making more zero migraine days possible.
Don't take it if allergic to Qulipta. Get help right away for serious allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, lip, or tongue swelling, itching, or rash, which may occur when taking Qulipta or days after. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save. Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Watch New Orleans' most watched news. The Fox 8 Morning Edition.
Crazy story about a dog that went missing for over a month and then was rescued at sea, basically, after traveling 100 miles.
So the nonprofit KS Rescue Angel says it was late April when 5-year-old Amber was rescued from the streets of Qatar, sent to a foster family in London. But just after one day, she ran away from their yard. Weeks later, the group discovered Amber traveled 30 miles to a coastal town, and then she swam a mile to an island. She was eventually discovered by some boaters and taken to a vet. Wow. Well, that's the news. Thanks for watching.
Fox 8 Overtime is next. We'll see you tomorrow.
My favorite thing about my shutters is that they are functional, and I was able to choose a custom color to match my door. I chose LAS because they have a great reputation and they were very easy to work with. The crew that installed our shutters was punctual, very easy to work with, and made sure I was happy with the final product. I love that the shutters are virtually maintenance-free, they won't rot, and we will never have to repaint them. LAS has a reputation for durable and beautiful products. They're legally owned and have been around for decades. When you want the best, call LAS.
I'm just cutting it even.
It's important to know that rising water from a rain event is not covered under your standard homeowner's policy. A separate flood policy is needed. And remember, if you are purchasing a new flood policy and it's not for closing, you will have a 30-day wait. If you're preparing for storm season, purchasing a new home, and want to make sure you're covered, call Riverland. We're here to help.
Insurance info you need to know for Riverland's Insurance Services.
With moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, my skin was no longer mine.
My active psoriatic arthritis joint symptoms held me back.
Don't let symptoms define you. Emerge as you with clearer skin. With Tremfya, most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Tremfya is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Emerge as you with clear skin. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
A vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line is so much more because there's more included. Like unlimited drinks, followed by amazing meals, plus free Wi-Fi. Oh, great, Mom, I gotta go. I love you. Experience more with Norwegian.
This is Fox 8 Overtime, brought to you by your Southern Quality Ford dealers. Built Ford tough.
On a Tuesday, we always put in a little overtime, so welcome to Fox 8 Overtime this week. You know everybody on the set tonight. Sean Lazan, Garland Gillen, I'm Juan Kincaid. Let's get to tonight's big board. Saints.
We've
been trying to kill each other for years, and when I see that big old tower, I'm thinking that apparently they're gonna try to kill me today. I'm at the edge, ain't I?
Oh my God, you bastard!
If he wants to throw the book, you're going to be looking at 30 years.
I'm going to court today, and I'm scared.
30 years for weed. And she
It's
got
hard not knowing what the judge is on the side.
prescription for it. You could tell they
Am I
green,
going to end
huh?
up in a jail cell, or am I going to end up home with my kids? I just hope I don't ruin my whole life.
It'd be funny when they make, the little babies talking with their voice. I tagged you in it. That was funny. She said, I think I'm pregnant.
Come in.
I've been craving things. And the doctor said, you've been craving what?
Hey.
I've been craving water.
Hey, what's up? I still can't believe what went down at the haunted house.
You're just thirsty.
It's mind-boggling. I'm honestly really surprised that Amy hasn't said anything in the group text. So I can't wait to fill in Amanda, Chris, and Brittany, because the whole damn situation's stupid. Well, me and Tammy, Amy, and you know, Brian, we went to the haunted house. Well, the haunted house is at a strip mall. And I did get startled a time or two. But what really scared out of me is when we were in the middle of it, and he whips out this damn ring, drops down on one knee, and he asked Amy to marry him.
Oh, wow. Hold up.
She said yes, by the way.
Ain't that some goddamn bull? I'm glad that I didn't go to the haunted house because I would have made a very smart-ass comment. I would have probably been the one to sit there and say, hey, this is close enough to the wedding, I object. Let me just go ahead and save you a bunch of money, I object now. I really don't understand what the hell they're thinking about trying to plan a wedding right now anyway, because they need to be worried about the courts.
But I can also understand being in the middle of all this bull that you want something positive to look forward to. It's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Amy and Brian has their court date in a few days, and I'm hoping maybe if she goes to prison, then by God, she'll change her mind. Do they allow you to get married in prison? I think so. They do? Oh my God. Who the hell proposes in the middle of a strip mall haunted house? I mean, it just keeps going back to, they are weird.
You know, some of us normal folk like me, we would propose in the kitchen.
You propose in the kitchen?
The kitchen is the most important spot in the house. When you have a family get together, where's everybody congregate? Period.
It was on our 2-year anniversary. He said, well, you put up with me for 2 years. How about some more? Or something like that. You remember what you said?
No.
That's what you said.
Yeah, and Amy informed me she wants to get married at, you know that insane asylum? It used to be a tuberculosis thing in Louisville. Oh, yeah, yeah, you know what? Y'all do you, boo-boo. Have a good time. That's the perfect place for them. I ain't going. I ain't going to no damn same asylum.
I'm not available that day.
I would rather not go. I think I'll be sick that day. It's not that we don't believe it. I believe in that stuff. I know that there are spirits and stuff, and if you go there, they can get on you, and you can bring them back to your own house and everything. So I don't want to put myself in that situation.
Right now, it's better off to focus on good news. In a couple days, me and Tammy have been wanting to go ziplining.
Why? Do you have a death wish?
No. Well, the idea behind it is Tammy does have a big doctor's appointment coming up here shortly. And if she does get approved for skin removal surgery, she's not going to be able to do anything for a while.
Yeah.
Y'all watch this show?
As Tammy changes into the person and grows into the person that she's going to be, she's wanting to try new things. But I'm surprised that she chose ziplining. So this ought to give her a sense of accomplishment of what she's able to do from this point forward. It's chicken out.
So y'all ready to go ziplining?
No. Tammy don't do heights.
I'm not scared of heights as long as I got good
I don't like heights.
I'm scared of heights, but I'm like a adrenaline junkie. After riding all the rides at the one festival, I had a little taste of like adrenaline, like I'm ready to go. So today, Chris, Missy, Amy, and myself are gonna go ziplining. Well, most of us are gonna go ziplining. This is gonna be a good distraction because I have that Dr. Smith's appointment coming up.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, a little. It's just my proteins getting them up. Before my next and last, hopefully, appointment with Dr. Smith, I'm gonna do what I can to get all the protein in so I don't have another setback. In the meantime, I figured, why not try to fly?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Y'all ready to have some fun?
Yes, sir.
We got 2 rides today. We have the Chaser, which is zip coaster, and we have the Plunge, and you're jumping off that tower.
I ain't jumping on that. No. I'll do the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So on the Bat Chaser, we have a limit of 260 pounds. And the Plunge, we have it at 285. So we're gonna have a quick weigh-in just to see where we are.
Last time I weighed in, I was 268. So there's a damn good possibility that I'm not going to get to go on this ride today.
226. We're good.
Damn, I lost weight since yesterday.
And 260.
You can ride the ride.
I made the weight limit. That's what I'm proud of.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be watching from the mine.
You don't want to watch here?
I'm good. I'm gonna be over.
Oh, okay.
I guess Amy is feeling some type of way because nobody's enthused about her getting engaged to Brian. But today ain't about her. Today is about Tammy. With that being said, there's 90 steps going to the very top, and the most I've ever seen Tammy do at one time is about 20.
This would be the most stairs I've done in one time. At first, I'm unsure of myself if I'm gonna be able to make it to the top.
You alright?
Yeah. I'm okay.
It's a little easier when you go up steps now that you've lost so much weight.
Jesus. When I was bigger, there was no way I would be able to get up them stairs. But I did them. And I didn't even have to stop. We're here in my own little world. Don't care what they're doing. I only came here to support Tammy, but I can get rich while I'm doing it, hey. I found gold, bitch. This phone's gold, but it's still gold.
How you feel?
Nauseated?
Nauseated. All right.
Bye, bitch!
If I get off here, I'm just kicking it out of you.
That's okay, because we're going to laugh at you.
Bitch, just remember.
2 more pieces.
Oh my God.
She's so damn scared she can't even clean, yo. She got every muscle in her body
Screaming inside.
Christopher, you're dead. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, it's like, I need to go to the bathroom now.
She about pissed herself, yes.
Christopher,
What?
just so you know, you're
Look like he's having fun with me.
Cussing you under my breath.
Well, that's the truth. How you do that anyway. Tammy, have fun, baby. Yeah, I know you're scared. It's okay.
Well, I always dreamed of going ziplining, but I've always been so big. Now that I'm 500 pounds down, it's time for me to take wings and fly. And because my little skin, it's like a parachute.
Make noise.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God! Ah! Oh my God!
Tammy has never been off the ground that damn high except in a damn plane. Come on, we fat people, we don't Great.
Oh, sugar.
Now
How'd you like it?
Oh, God.
So you gonna do it again?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I loved it. Just the rush of not having too much underneath you other than the harness to keep you from plummeting to death. I guess. I don't know.
What's with this family? Nobody's screaming, making any noise.
That's as loud as she can get because she's had a trach before. So that's as loud as that girl got. And actually, that's pretty damn loud for her unless she's pissed off at the world. The trach protected her voice. Matter of fact, Hammy used to be able to sing really good before the trach. Really good.
I did it.
So you gonna bungee jump?
Hell no.
What's wrong with you? You do
Not
that?
sleep, y'all.
No.
Okay then, bitch.
They'd have to push me.
I'd push you.
I know you would.
Just so y'all know, I'm about to show y'all how to do this.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, how you feel?
I'm good, man.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
This guy is on the max of our limits, so try to catch him so we don't beat up our brakes down there. All right, you ready?
Amy, you're a chicken.
Yup, I'm proud of it. Oh, wow, look at him go.
Okay. And your ends are even.
Chris is hitting these turns way faster than me and Tammy did. I know he just made the weight limit for this thing, but he's starting to look like he's way out of control.
Oh, God.
They're back on the prowl.
You never know what's going to happen next in this place. Let's see how that goes.
90-Day Hunt for Love. Monday at 8 on TLC. Despite